Over 100 new Funko Pops are going to be announced this week, and I want to go over everything expected. Guys, we have a lot to go over today between anime, sports, movies and TV, animation shows, and so much more. There is a lot and almost something for everyone today. And this is kind of how it's going to work. We're going to have a ton of announcements for tomorrow on Funko Fair. That's when it officially begins, the 19th. And then we should also have some more announcements throughout the week. So I don't know if we'll see everything tomorrow or if they will still split it up, but we'll see as we go. But just know everything we're about to talk about in today's video is expected this week, but anything can be canceled or changed, so keep that in mind. Now guys, before we get started with everything, I do want to ask the question of the day, which is, have you ever traveled or do you plan to travel this year? And how far have you gone or how far do you plan to go? Okay, so I think I want to get things started with what's expected for pop video games here. So a couple fun things. So we do actually have Lara Croft here, or I guess Tomb Raider, but we have two versions of Lara Croft. We have the Angel of Darkness as well as Polygonal. Still excited to see how they attempt that polygonal. It's going to be hilarious, I can already tell. Next up for BioShock fans, we have a brand new set coming, including the Little Sister Syringe, Sander Cohen, as well as Big Daddy Bouncer. So we have not had any BioShock pops in a long time, so hopefully these turn out good. FNAF fans, it looks like they moved up this line if I'm not mistaken. We're expected to see Burn Trap, Costumed Mimic, and the Mimic. I'm sure you guys are always excited for more FNAF pops. From an older game to Ruck, I don't know how to say that exactly, but we are expected to see two Funko Pops. These could turn out cool. From the very popular game Marvel Rivals, we are now getting Wave 3 here, which will include Penny Parker, Psylocke, and Venom with a chase. So I do really like Venom. Obviously, I collect a lot of Spider-Man. I'm actually more interested in the Penny Parker though. We have plenty of Venoms. We don't have any Penny Parkers, and I've been waiting for a pop of this since the Spider-Verse movie, so I'm hoping this turns out really cool. Pokemon fans, it looks like the announcement was a little bit delayed to this week, but we are getting the rest of the Pokemon pops we haven't seen yet, and the official announcements of Ivysaur, Electabuzz, Pikachu, the premium with Electro Ball. Then we also have Zoroark, as well as Charmeleon, Goomy, Magmar, as well as Venusaur. It's going to be a pretty big announcement for Pokemon. Anime fans, we have so much more anime coming out this week, which is a lot of fun, and they moved up a pretty big announcement, which was Chainsaw Man Reze the movie. So in that line, you may have already known by now, but we have Reze with a chase, the Angel Devil, Boom Devil, as well as Dingy and Beam there. So this is going to be a very exciting wave. I can't wait to see how these turned out. I love the movie, saw it twice in theaters, and I'll probably watch it again whenever it comes to Crunchyroll or whatever. But I think this is fantastic that they moved this up. I was surprised they didn't move up Infinity Castle because we're getting a wave of that in a couple months. They really should have just moved up both because the movies did so well in theaters. Funko should have had these pops ASAP. Naruto fans, we're expected to get two pops, including Naruto and Sasuke in soccer style. So this is an official image art that was going around, which kind of leads me to believe it might be something based off this. If it's not, it's going to be something completely different, so we'll see. Now I am just kind of throwing this in this section because it's anime-esque, but it's not exactly anime, and that's Hololive here. So this includes Mori, Takanashi, as well as Sakura Miko there. A lot of people seem really excited for this, and this is apparently very popular based off you guys telling me in the comments, so hopefully you guys enjoy these. Demon Slayer fans, we're expecting to get one new pop, including Tanjiro with a crow. I don't know if this was needed, to be honest. I really feel like it's just going to be Tanjiro standing there with a crow on his shoulder. That is just so unnecessary. One Piece fans, we're expected to see a couple more things this week, including Doflamingo, Chopper with a chase variation, which those two are actually part of the last wave we just got announced the other day. They're just currently delayed, so it's up in the air if we actually see them, but I wanted to throw them in this video just in case we do. And then we're also expected to see a 10-inch Chopper. Kaiju number 8 fans, two new pops are coming, including Kaiju number 9, as well as Kafka in the jumpsuit, and I believe these are going to be specialty series exclusives. Jujutsu Kaisen fans, as you guys know, we've already seen Yuta and Rika officially and out of box. They do look really great, and we're expected to see some exclusives in this wave, so the official announcement will be this week. Now this line is also anime-esque, or if not an anime if I'm not mistaken, but this is Tom and Jerry Goko, I think that's how you say that, but this includes Jerry, Nibbles, Tom, and Mystery Minis. I don't know how these are going to turn out, so we'll see. Now, same with Kuromi here, anime-esque, so we do actually have a 10-inch Kuromi coming, which is pretty fun. Now, I'm throwing this Universal Monsters line in here, given it's half anime, but we also have a patchwork version in here. So for patchwork, we have Bride, Dracula, Frankenstein, and Invisible Man. And then for the anime line, which still don't know exactly how these are going to turn out, so it's going to be interesting, but we have Frankenstein, the Bride, Dracula, and Invisible Man with The Chase. Okay, next up for pop music and sports, we have a lot of different things here. So for music, we have Daft Punk Discovery and a 2-pack. It seems like a lot of people are really excited for this. Next for sports, we have the WNBA, which includes Nafisa, Paige, Kelsey, Sabrina, and Jewel. And the rest of these sports announcements are expected to be from soccer or football, whatever you want to call it. But we have a couple World Cup France players here, so you guys can pause it and look through these really quick. And the same goes for World Cup England 2026. A lot of different players Funko's making here. This is going to be a huge wave. And then lastly, looks like this was kind of added last minute, and we have Barcelona here, including Lamine, Robert, and Jules. Now, the last category here is kind of just a mix of pop movies, television, as well as animation, animal stuff, and more. There's a lot here. So for Wednesday fans, we're expecting to get 2 new Funko Pops. No idea exactly what these are just yet, but we'll find out soon. For Australian animals, this is a pretty fun line. We have the koala and kangaroo. Man, those are probably going to be adorable. Star Wars fans, we're still expected to see Star Wars retro pops, including Count Dooku, Mace Windu, and Jango Fett. Horror fans, we're expected to see Pop Doodles here. So we have Jason, Billy on Bike, Art the Clown, and Sam. I don't know what doodles means in this context. Like, are they just gonna look kind of funny and like a doodle essentially of the character, or is it gonna be older pops painted in a doodle style? This could be hit or miss, genuinely. For Disney, we have Disney princesses here. So we have Jasmine, Ariel, and Mulan. These are going to be variations. And then for Pop Nooks, we have Ariel as well as Snow White. King of the Hill fans, we're getting another new wave here, including an old Bobby Hill, Connie, Peggy Hill, and Bobby Hill. The last wave of King of the Hill was pretty fun, so I'm sure these will turn out good too. SpongeBob fans, looks like this line was also moved up to this week, and we have a couple new characters. We have Man Ray, SpongeBob, as well as a Pop Ride. Don't know exactly what it is just yet. And then Squidward and the Sea Bear in a 2-pack. That is gonna be so freaking funny. Hopefully they have like the circle as like a base stand around like Squidward or something. That could be cool, I don't know. For Star Trek, we have a couple different lines here, including Deep Space Nine, we have Captain Benjamin. Next Generations, we have Geordi LaForge and Worf. And then finally for Voyager, we have 7 of 9 Copy and the Doctor. Next, we have a couple more Papa Nooks here, including Bilbo Baggins, Jack Skellington, and Yoda's Hut. I think these are pretty solid choices. Let's see how they turn out. More Disney includes Moana here. We have a new Maui, Moana with Pua, Kotu, Hey Hey with the Coconut, and Moana with Heart. The Moana with Heart, I think it's supposed to be a glow pop, if I remember correctly. I'm not sure. That's going to be a really bad glow if so. But Kotu, that's the one I want to see the most, that little, like, angry coconut. For pop comics and television, we have Invincible here, including Adam Eve in her armor, Invincible Bloody, and then Conquest with a chase, which I believe the chase is supposed to be his missing hand. Can't wait to see how Conquest turns out. I really want more Invincible content. More comics include Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow here. This is expected to be the next comic cover for DC. Next up for Marvel Comics, we have the meme Wolverine here where he's holding the photo. This should be hilarious. Stranger Things fans, we're getting even more announcements, which is pretty crazy because I feel like we just got 30 plus pops in the last few weeks. But anyways, we have a new Dustin and Steve. And then for pop splits, which are those, you know, split down the middle pops, we have Jim Hopper, Barb Holland, and Will Byers, as well as 11. And then we also know we have a Vecna Pocket Pop keychain coming, maybe a Vecna exclusive in the set. For Pop Zodiacs, looks like they're finishing off the entire wave in one go this week. We have Aries, Pisces, Gemini, Taurus, Cancer, Leo, Libra, and Virgo. So basically all the ones we're missing. No idea how these are going to turn out because a lot of people were either happy or didn't like the last ones, but they were still very popular. Our final new line includes Lilo and Stitch here, and we have the Mermaid Angel, Snorkel Stitch, and then Hula Lilo with Scrump. Now guys, that's about 150 announcements expected in the next week or so, a lot of them being announced tomorrow, given it's the big day for Toy Fair. We're going to see so much fun stuff, so make sure to be following me on my Instagram, Twitter, YouTube community tab, and all that, because I'm going to be actively posting new drops and announcements that Funko is putting out. And then on Tuesdays, when I'll be covering everything that they did actually put out for Toy Fair, given I don't upload on Monday. So I'm going to give you guys all the updates on Tuesday. Now though, among all these common drops I just showed off, guys, remember, we're also expected to get a ton of exclusives this week, so it's going to be pretty crazy. We'll probably get 10, 20, 30 exclusives possibly. I don't know, but it's going to be a huge week. Make sure to let me know in the comments below what you guys are most excited about out of everything we just went over today. I really feel like there's something for everyone in today's video, but you never know. People want new stuff all the time. That's all for me today though. Make sure to hit the like button down below if you did enjoy, and subscribe and click that notification bell if you're new here. I do want to say a big shout out to all the awesome Patreon supporters of the channel. You guys are amazing for supporting myself and the channel. If you guys are interested and want to check out the Patreon, the link is down below. We have a Patreon and Discord where we share a lot of information, news, restocks, updates, links, and more. And finally, make sure you follow me on all my social medias at Skittlerampage over on Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, and my Facebook page so you can stay up to date. All right, love you guys. See you guys in the next one. See you guys later. Bye.